So in this video, we're going to talk about obsession in early recovery and why that happens and what can we do about that. So when we talk about obsession in early recovery, I think there's a couple things that we have to take into account, and some of them is how the brain works. When we become addicted to a substance, there's some changes that occur in the brain that are changing everything that is happening within us. When we become dependent on a substance, our brain is going to recognize that substance as something that we need and not something that we want. So there's a survival component that kicks in. So when we are in early recovery, all of a sudden we have made the decision to stop using this substance, something that our brain perceives as something that we need, and there's a change that is occurring. There's an adaptation that is occurring, which means that now the brain is going to go into fight or flight panic mode, meaning that it believes that you need this substance in order to continue to function. And that's where the obsession comes into the equation. The obsession is the brain's attempt to make you regress back to a place that is familiar, that is conditioned, which is once again using the substance every single day. So when we are obsessing, understand that it doesn't reflect your unwillingness to change. It doesn't reflect that you're not ready for recovery. It doesn't reflect something's bad or wrong about you. It simply reflects that you are going through a normal transitional stage to recovery. And it's something that through talking and processing and being gentle with yourself, you can work through that very successfully. So the most important thing to understand is taking that element of negative out of it and simply embracing it as a part of early recovery, understanding that with proper tools, you can work through that. One of the things that we often talk to our clients about in early recovery is start sharing your experience. And that can be with a loved one, that can be with another person in recovery or a meeting, being able to simply understand that you're not the only one going through that. There's other people that have more time than you that have been able to overcome that. That level of support allows you to gain confidence in yourself. And I think that's a fundamental element of early recovery, understanding that you can do this if you have the right support. But to believe or understand that by yourself you will have all the answers is not fair. And that's why it's important to open ourselves to gaining the support that we need. There's no shame in saying that I don't know or I don't understand. If anything, that's the first step for that healing process. So the obsession length in early recovery is different for each individual. Based on my professional experience, I definitely seen progress within the first couple weeks of treatment. But as I mentioned before, it's all contingent on how open you are and how willing you are to start working through that. If you're bottling in or you're not really processing it, it's just gonna get worse and worse with time. And anything that's a setup to return back to using. But if you are talking, you are processing, you are making some changes, environmental changes, or social changes, then you will see a big reduce of those thoughts. If yourself or anybody else is struggling, please feel free to check out our website and reach out to us and subscribe to our website.